Okay, settings. Good morning, everyone. I'm back to a new challenge. I do wish that there was some. I guess I could try to play with this when I've learned something new and now I'm trying to make it work. So let's get to stream. I want to. Okay, hold on for a second, y'all. Let me come out of here. See, I don't have my, oh, I don't want that. Okay, hold on. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know that we are just getting started this morning. I'm trying something new where I'm really not sure it was working before. Okay. Nope. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, stop. Okay, settings. I was really hoping that this would all just work together, so it did not. What I'm trying to figure out now is I'm connected that way, but I need to connect my camera, the camera that I want to use for okay, y'all. Okay, I'll come back to this. We're not going to keep fooling with this because I want to spend my time with you. So hello, hello, good morning and happy Wednesday. It is July 8th, 2026, and you have entered Black Renaissance Worldwide, BRW, here at the top of the hour. Today is The Forge, so we've got a new book, Creator and Business of the Week to review, and I am so excited. I'm telling you, being out in these streets, learning where we are at, finding all of these beautiful, wonderful businesses, it has been a joy. I can't get the information out to you fast enough. So let's go ahead and get started with our day. Welcome back to Black Renaissance Worldwide, BRW, episode 10, The Forge. I am Rochelle, and if you are here right now, you are not just watching a show, you are witnessing infrastructure being laid brick by brick. Let's begin by setting our intentions with an affirmation. As I memorize this stuff, I'll be able to talk directly to you all the time. We're getting there. We gather at this moment, conscious that time is a coordinate and space is a field, and that we are matter organized into meaning. We affirm that the intention behind every action in this space is directed toward the highest probable good for all conscious beings, those here, those watching, those yet to arrive. We honor the full spectrum of human experience, every identity, every expression, every lineage, every struggle, and every triumph. We acknowledge that we are entangled. What we build here ripples outward through networks we cannot fully map, but we are responsible for shaping. We enter this work with coherence, with clarity, and with the understanding that a world that works for everyone is not utopia, it is engineering. Let us begin. So, Black Renaissance Worldwide is a global infrastructure for Black economic self-determination. The underground ecosystem. We begin as a directory. The white pages meets green book meets marketplace meets education meets network. We evolve into a movement that builds grocery stores, health care facilities, schools, farms, all the things that are needed for community happiness. Thank you for joining. And research institutions owned by and for our communities. Every chapter, every board, every business connected, self-sufficient, permanent, from boycott to buyout to build worldwide. The vision is that we are going to put these brick and mortar buildings into our neighborhoods. They will be open to everybody in the neighborhood, but they will be owned, sustained, and powered by Black Americans and Black American dollars and those of donations. Welcome, Black Flagship family. You built this chair that I'm sitting in, and now we're sitting in it together, so let's get to work. All right, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. I hope that your 4th of July was awesome. I've got a small PSA for you this morning. So, family, before we get started, pull up a chair for just 30 seconds. Okay, it's July, and the sun is doing the most. And the news cycle is doing even more. And somewhere between building this thing and surviving that thing, a lot of us are running on fumes. We don't even admit we have. So here's your official BRW permission slip. Hydrate, rest, check on your people, and let your people check on you. Don't try to do this alone. We are a communal species. That's how that works. That's why there's so much weirdness around all the chaos and the discourse, because we are all connected, even if we feel disconnected. So let people love on you, and let people know when you need help. Even if it's a stranger, you'd be surprised. Sometimes a stranger is more capable of supporting you in that moment than your family and friends, because they may be just as exhausted as you are. Okay? So, as Dr. Deneen Speaks would say, drink your water. Not the coffee that tastes like water, but actual water. Step away from the screens and touch some grass, or just walk around on the concrete, especially if you live in an urban area where there's beautiful city. Take yourself to a beautiful spot in the city and just walk around. Just be out in the atmosphere if you get the chance. Or whatever grounds you, find something that helps ground you. And if somebody hits you up with a "you good?" answer honestly, okay? Even if the answer is not really. Because it's important that we take good care of each other, and we don't know what each other needs until we're open and honest. And that brings me to a subject that's a little bit off the beaten path, but it's something that I wanted to say before, that I thought, oh, I'll put this somewhere, I'll stick it somewhere in one of my PSAs. But I'm actually going to go ahead and address it now, because I feel like if I get it off my chest, then it'll just be a done deal. Oh, I didn't even put on my little microphone. Look, everybody's so fancy. But here's what I really wanted to say. Sorry, y'all. Here's what I wanted to say. There we go. We're turned on now. I don't know about other Black people, but since we are in our second renaissance, and it is wealth-based, and based on the way that the current people, 1%, or that group, the people that really, really shape, they make the final decisions to shape our world. One of the things that I think we can bypass is not being honest. I am extremely, last week or the week before, I did a segment for our, not the diaspora, but the Elders Corner. When I did the Elders Corner, I actually, went through a couple of different people that we can look up to from our past. And one of them was C.J. Walker, Madam C.J. Walker. And I have such a love-hate relationship with Madam C.J. Walker. I love what she created. I love what she did. I am so enamored, of how she built her life. And at the same time, unfortunately, she built that life on top of another Black woman. I wouldn't want her to do it on top of anybody, but of all damn people, another Black woman. And so for me, I think that when you hear my commentary, when I talk about people, I'm only going to speak as much truth as I can find, But I'm going to give you the ugly as well as the good. And I'm going to tell you why. Because giving you the ugly, putting your stuff out there on the front lawn, buck naked, for everyone to see, does a couple of different things. Number one, it keeps anybody from being able to manipulate our story from here on out. Number two, it gives us the opportunity as a group, as a collective, to step up to the plate and help that individual with that problem. Or find a solution. I don't necessarily want to call it a problem, but we all know that there's ugliness. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if we can put all our stuff out there, the good, the indifferent, and the bad, nobody can use it against us. And they have to formulate a new way to attack you from a societal standpoint. That's the difference. That's the difference that I would like to see in Black America, as opposed to the entire rest of the world who has signed up for this. Do it in the dark and do everything you can to hide it. As you can see, that doesn't work well. Things leak out all the time. You've got people doing all kinds of... They started a war so you wouldn't look at what these men were doing with these girls and these boys. A war. And killed children, more children that they would have done nasty things to. So I would like to implore Black Americans, specifically, everybody else do what you want with your group, your clan, we love you. But I would like for us to put all our dirty laundry on the front lawn. Let's wash our dishes in the yard so that we can come together collectively, so that we can also protect people when they need to have some healing and at the same time address their issues. Myself included. I don't know. Maybe I'll lose my mind one day and go crazy, and I'll need your help to come and save my soul. Okay? So I'm not above anybody else. I'm as human as everybody else, and I make mistakes and I mispronounce words and I get nasty with people. I was in the funkiest mood yesterday at work, and I actually apologized to a customer. She was like, "No, I'm sorry." I said, No, honey. That was me. I need to get my attitude readjusted. So we all go through it, okay? So that's that. I've said my piece on that. Let's get to the book of the week. All right. So the book of the week is King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to look for this book. I read for education and understanding, but I actually listen for pleasure. So I'm going to go ahead and look for this book. I just found it. I'm going to go ahead and look for this book at my local library and see if they have a audio copy, because it sounds amazing. Let me share. So S.A. Cosby doesn't write novels so much as he builds pressure cookers with prose. Sounds delicious already, right? Mm-hmm. King of Ashes is his most ambitious work yet, a historical epic that refuses to stay in the past. Set against the smoldering ruins of Reconstruction-era Virginia, the novel follows two men bound by blood, betrayal, and the kind of violence that gets passed down like heirlooms. Welcome, welcome everybody that's jumping in. Welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. What makes this essential BRW reading isn't just the historical scope. Though Cosby renders the post-Civil War South with unflinching precision, it's how he draws a straight line from the ashes of 1868 to the fires of right now. The questions the book asks about community, land, self-determination, and what we're willing to burn down to build something new. These are forge questions. See how I stuck that in there? The prose is muscular and lyrical, often in the same sentence. The pacing is relentless, and the ending lands like a sledgehammer wrapped in velvet. I'm telling you, I'm going to get this book today. If you're building something from nothing, reading this to remember that the forge has always required fire. All right. Now, our creator of the week is another favorite of mine. They're all my favorites. I don't know how many favorites you're allowed to have, but everybody that I lend my energy to, spend time with, watch what they say, enjoy what they're sharing. They're all my favorites because they bring something different and they give me a different perspective, and they allow me to either ponder what they're saying, agree with it, disagree with it, or they motivate me to go find more information, which is really the most important part. So this week's creator of the week is J.S. Candid. She's darling. J.S. Candid builds with her eyes open. Her YouTube channel is sharp, unsparing, and unmistakably hers. And she has said that on more than one occasion. Cultural contemporary commentary delivered with the confidence of someone who knows exactly what she thinks and exactly why she thinks it. No performance, no hedging, just rigorous analysis wrapped in a voice that respects your intelligence without demanding you agree. She treats Black life with cinematic weight, interrogates power with precision, and makes it all feel like a conversation you actually want to sit in on. So for BRW, she's the blueprint. Independent media as community infrastructure. Subscribe to watch. Stay to study what ownership looks like when it's done with intention. She's at JS Candid. Please go check her out. Now see here, you see this right here? Well, you can't see. Aha, there you go. That's the best way for me to do that. I'm trying to get this so you can see it all the time. I can see clearly that that was not the best decision that I have made today, right? Okay, so let's see if I'll fix it for next time. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I appreciate it. I have a great time with you guys. Thank you. I see you joining. Thank you so much for coming in. And so this week's Forge, the main business that we are going to cover this week is True Detergent by True Products. So the Forge isn't just metaphorical. It's the daily work of building economic self-sufficiency, and True Products has been putting in that work for years. Their flagship, True Detergent, isn't just Black-owned laundry soap. It's a case study in what happens when product quality and community mission are non-negotiable. True Products started with a simple, radical premise. The products in our homes should be non-toxic, effective, and built by us, for us. The detergent itself is plant-based, hyperallergenic, and actually works, which shouldn't be revolutionary, but in a market saturated with performative diversity brands, True's longevity speaks volumes. They're not a marketing play, they're a manufacturer. For BRW, True represents the infrastructure layer, the unglamorous essential work of controlling supply chains, creating jobs, and keeping dollars circulating. You can find them at thetrueproducts.com. thetrueproducts.com. All right now. Oh goodness. Well, we went through that in like just a matter of seconds. Okay, so we actually have quite a bit of time left. These shows are going to be a little longer once we get our guests to start showing up live. I would love to feature any of your wares, your services live. I am in Cincinnati, and I'm gonna start reaching out to Cincinnati business owners. I'm gonna start featuring them because I can get to them physically. I'm not getting a whole lot of bites from you guys out there in the world just yet. That's okay. We're building. This is our 4th weekend. I think we're gonna do okay. Oh, don't forget, please hop over to the U of the Tube and subscribe. Even if you actually see me more often here on the Tiki and the Taki and you like to come to the shows and prefer to see them live, subscribe for me, please, and thank you. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can start circulating over there as well. So I would really appreciate that. And I cannot believe that we ran through all of our good stuff so quickly, because it makes me, I wanted to spend more time with you guys. But I'm getting so good at narrowing down what I want to say, when I want to say it, and about whom. I would love for some of these people to start coming on the show and giving us how they got started, what inspired them, all of the goodness. Right now, I'm just giving you some basic facts. But since we have run through our entire show in a matter of about 15 minutes, this reminds me of my first show. My first show was only, I think, 20 minutes. But my first show, I was so nervous that I was talking. Every time I saw somebody jump in, I would talk even faster. I felt like a road runner by the end of the show. But in any case, I'm so glad to have you here. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'd be more than happy to answer. Any questions out there from the audience? I will wait a few minutes to give you guys a chance to jump on in. Any questions today? I don't know what that means. Okay, wait a minute. There's some, I don't know if that's somebody trying to talk to me or what. Hey, Darren. I don't see anybody else in there. All right, well, we will go ahead and keep on moving. Our show for Saturday should be a little bit lengthier. Of course, Sunday. So let's go over some basics. We have our live BRW show every week. On Wednesdays, we're here at 10 a.m. and it's The Forge. We roll out a new book of the week, a new creator, and a new business to highlight every week. On Saturdays, we start our day at 10:30 a.m. It's the marketplace, and ultimately, I will be going over things that we are offering as wares on my. It's a stand store, but I'm still learning how to put all those things together. In the meantime, we also do go over our community. We have a little community spot. We have an elder spot. Now, here's something else I was thinking about really quickly before we do our closing affirmation. I'm thinking about adding in an inventor spot. Y'all let me know what you think of that, because put it in the comments somewhere. I need y'all to let me know what you like, what you don't like, what's working for you, what's not working for you, because I realize that there are a lot of people who think black folks were just, I don't know what they thought we were doing while we've been here, but it's been 400 years. Of course, we're going to invent some stuff. A lot of stuff. And a lot of technological stuff. And I'm very proud of us for that. We don't necessarily get it patented or credit or I don't know how people keep making money off of stuff that we, like the home security. A woman created that, her and her husband, as a matter of fact. And they did a bunch of different things. They made the camera, and they made that ring that you have on your front door, dear heart, it's got blackness all over it. Okay? So I'm thinking of adding an inventors section so that we can circulate that information as well, because we are just, there's an active desire by people in power to erase what has transpired, which I don't understand. You want us to be slaves again, but you're not proud of what you did before, so you're trying to erase it. But you would like, listen, don't try to help me understand their logic. It will never work. I don't need to understand their logic, but I do respect it. And I'll bring up that, and then we're going to go ahead and close. If you cannot love thy neighbor, that's okay. I think that's perfectly satisfactory. Not everybody is somebody that inspires lovingness. But I do encourage honoring every soul you meet. And the reason I say it that way in terms of honoring is because if you are here, you have served and are possibly currently serving some purpose. The universe created you. Not these people in this power that they currently have on this earth. Something in the universe helped your parents make you, which means that you serve purpose. And that means I will honor you every day, all day, no matter how much I dislike you, no matter how much I disagree with you, no matter how much I misunderstand you, no matter how much I dislike being around you, I will still love you and I will still honor you. I just won't put up with your stuff. So don't come over here with it. But I honor that you exist and that you have purpose and that you, every much as I do, belong. And that's worldwide. I don't care, 5 toes, 10 toes, 2 eyelashes, titties dragging the floor. It doesn't matter. If you're here, you belong. I honor you. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. I went through all that drama. I've been up for hours for what ended up being about 30 minutes. But it was one of the best 30 minutes that I've ever spent because I got to spend it with you. So I appreciate everybody that jumped in. I see some people jumped in, jumped out. That's all right. That's what it's here for. And let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Here we go. What we have shared here has entered the record. Not merely digital, not neural, social, or ancestral. The connections made, the knowledge transferred, the capital circulated, these are not ethereal. They are structural. We release this session with gratitude for the attention, the labor, and the trust invested by everyone present. We carry forward the understanding that our individual thriving is bounded to collective thriving biologically, economically, and spiritually. We affirm that the world we are building is one where dignity is non-negotiable, where resources flow equitably, and where every voice that has been suppressed finds amplification. This is not the end. This is a node in a network that continues. So go build, go connect, go belong. We return when the coordinates align. Thank you for being here for BRW, Black Renaissance Worldwide. If you are a business, please apply. If you are a creator, please apply. Just let me know that you would like to be featured and we will get you on the show. I can't wait to invite you here. As I said before, Wednesday is the Forge at 10 a.m., Saturday the Marketplace at 10:30, and Sunday is the Sanctuary at 11 a.m. BRW is live and it's being built live. We are building permanent infrastructure for Black economic self-determination, and you are now a part of that. From boycott to buy out to build worldwide. I am Rochelle. This is Black Renaissance Worldwide. And remember, leave the world better than it was when you woke up, because you'll thank yourself for it. Universal love, y'all, and I will see you on Saturday, July 10th, 2026, 10:30 a.m.